Who wants to open some mail? Yeah, there's a lot of it. It's March, spring is in the air, and that means new product coming to retail. Toy makers usually release a lot of new stuff around this time, as stores are doing their spring resets. So I've had a lot of mail come in this month, and we're gonna open it up and see what I have. But first I wanted to show you guys some things I picked up at actual brick and mortar retail in the stores, which are being pretty well stocked these days. First we have the Fugitoid from Neca, based on his original comic appearance. Fugitoid #1 came out in 1985. I remember buying that book because I was heavily into independent comics at the time. The black and white version of the creature from the Black Lagoon in the long box from Migo. This is part of that Happy New Fears promotion. I previously did a review on the Mole People and Invisible Man from this line. And these have recently gone up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, so not as exclusive as we were first led to believe. I found 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I believe this line is called Classics series, at Walmart. These are the, I believe they're 6 or 7 inch. I have to open them up to give them a measure, but these are the sort of Marvel Legends Black Series style of figure that Playmates is releasing for Ninja Turtles. So we have Leonardo and Rocksteady in the first set. Michelangelo and Bebop in the second set. These weren't really on my radar originally, but I saw them in the stores and I liked the look of them, and the price was right. They were only 35 bucks, so that's less than $20 per figure, which is a bargain these days. So I picked both of these up. And my final, pun intended, retail pickups from this month are from Final Faction Series 2B from the Dollar Tree, and this is a massive wave. So we have Amari, Riptide, and the X4 turret, which is a little drone that shoots missiles. I didn't even know that was a thing. 3 new weapons packs for the Final Faction team: Long Range, Thunderbolt, and Cyber Arms. 3 new weapons packs for the Karn enemy: Scourge, Evolution, and Striker. So a lot of nice upgrades for the enemies. And there are 3 new drones for the Karn enemy: the Decimator, Huntra, and the Crawler. And you can see 2 of them have firing missiles. So Final Faction really stepping up its game. Unfortunately, Dollar Tree did raise their price to $1.25 now, but still, it's one of the best bargains out there for action figures right now. First box I have is from eBay. And this is a figure that I whiffed on the first time it was released. I decided later on that I'd like to have one. And I had a certain price in mind that I wanted to pay. And I actually bid on 4 different auctions until I got the price I wanted. The Marvel Legends retro carded Punisher. I bought this figure for a couple of different reasons. One, I wanted to do some photo shoots with this character. And 2, recently the Punisher's iconic skull logo in the comics was changed for political reasons, and that's not me speculating. They've actually admitted they changed his logo due to political reasons. So I wanted to get this figure because I don't know if they're ever going to release another classic Punisher figure in his classic outfit. The only problem with this figure is he comes with this kind of weird Nerf gun thing, so I'll have to source some actual weapons for him. Next box I have is from Walgreens Pharmacy. Now, Walgreens has become a destination for action figure collectors in the past several years because they've been getting a lot of exclusives. And their exclusives are not just repaints of previously released figures. They're brand new figures of key characters, especially in Marvel Legends. Last year I picked up Nova and Quasar, which were both Walgreens exclusives. And there were two more that were just released this month. And here's the first one, Binary. One of the many forms of Carol Danvers as she was transitioning from her original Ms. Marvel identity into Captain Marvel. There was a lot of stuff in between because the original Ms. Marvel character was pretty much ruined in Avengers number 200. If you're not familiar with that story, you can look it up. It's pretty bad. But nice figure, especially if you like the Marvel Cosmic characters like I do. So she will be a nice addition to the Marvel shelf. Here's my second box from Walgreens. And this box is entirely too big for what's in here, but that's okay. I'd rather have things overpacked than underpacked. Oh man, it's even bubble wrapped. So this is the second exclusive Marvel Legend that Walgreens released in the month of March. Baron Zemo, leader of the Masters of Evil and the mastermind behind the Thunderbolts, which was the team comprised of villains that were disguised as heroes. And Baron Zemo took on the identity of Citizen V in that story. And again, a nice looking figure. I really like what Marvel Legends has been doing lately with the figures based on classic comic book designs. I like those designs much better than the MCU designs. My next package comes all the way from Valaverse. All the way from Valaverse. Why am I emphasizing all the way? Because if I throw a rock out my window from where I'm sitting, I could probably hit Valaverse headquarters. That's how close it is. So maybe someday I can talk Bobby into having a local pickup option. Save me the shipping cost. But I got a Scarab. Pretty cool looking figure with that domed head, a domed helmet. Lots of weapons as usual with Valaverse. So that's going to be cool. This next box comes to us from Walmart, and this was a very unusual case in a good way. This figure went up for pre-order last fall or winter with a release date of March 2nd. And as far as I can tell on social media, Walmart shipped all of these on March 2nd. I got a shipping notice at midnight and out for delivery notice at 5:30 a.m. and it was on my doorstep at 9 a.m. So it's nice when pre-orders actually work and you get it on the day that they say you're going to get it. And here is another exclusive Marvel Legends figure, and that is the comic book version of Doctor Strange. Again, nice looking figure. I've seen some reviews that complain about the cape. I'll have to see about that when I open them up. He's got alternate hands, alternate heads. He's got a closed eye head for meditating. That blue masked head that he wore in the comics for about 5 minutes back in the 70s. And a couple of different magical accessories like the Wand of Watum. I have several packages from Amazon. I'm not exactly sure what is in each, so I'll be surprised along with you guys. Okay, I can see from here. We have one of the alternation figures. Sham, the humanoid chameleon. I did a review on one of the figures from this line, El Rey, and I previously purchased another one of the figures called Quilroy, who was a porcupine guy. And now I have Sham, the humanoid chameleon. So I'll probably do a review on both Quilroy and Sham at some point. Also in that Amazon package was the 2002 version of Mechagodzilla from Bandai, in that 6-inch scale that I enjoy collecting. We have a padded envelope from Amazon, which is fine because I know what's in it. It's not going to be damaged by being in an envelope. It is the 2004 version of Godzilla's best buddy, Anguirus, from the movie Godzilla Final War. And I think I'm going to have to clear the booth to open the next few boxes. This next box comes from eBay, and the text on the box there will give you a clue as to what's inside. I was looking around for the best price on this figure. There was a seller on Walmart.com, a third-party seller, that was selling it for $53. Big Bad Toy Store was selling it for $68, which is a ridiculous price. I found this on eBay for $35 with free shipping. It is the Lightning Collection Power Rangers Zeo Megazord. So this is a fully articulated figure. Comes with a sword, wings, and 4 alternate heads. Hasbro's been pretty successful with the Lightning Collection, but I'm not really interested in the Ranger figures. I have more of a love of the Zords from that series, the giant robots. So this is right up my alley. So $35 free shipping is a pretty good deal. So there's another eBay tip. Don't always assume that you're only going to get scalper prices from eBay. Sometimes eBay is a lot cheaper than the actual stores. Here's another Amazon package. Again, I'm not sure what's in here, because when you place an order, Amazon likes to split it up into different boxes. Ah, okay. This was a complete impulse buy from Amazon. I found this pretty cheap. It's a knockoff Godzilla done in some quite funky colors. Yellow with green and orange spray on it. This guy reminds me of the knockoff Godzillas you used to see in the 80s when you went into KB Toys and they had a bunch of different unlicensed Godzilla products in there. And here is the last Amazon box. I'm gonna put this one down and unload it off camera because there's quite a few things in here. First up we have Marvel Legends Loki in the retro card back style, along with Falcon and West Coast Avengers version of Scarlet Witch. Next up we have Migo Robin. I already have a Batman Migo style figure from Figures Toy Company. I wanted a Robin to accompany him, so I grabbed that Migo for a good price. These two guys are from a toy line, an independent toy line called Morphonauts. Pyronaut and Razornaut. These are figures with magnetic limbs. So just like the old Micronauts, Baron Karza, Force Commander figures, these figures have all interchangeable limbs held on with magnets. There's a third figure in the series that I already have, so I'll be doing a video overview of this entire series. Next from Amazon, I have a few books. Jack Kirby's Eternals Complete Collection. After I saw the Eternals film, the MCU film, and saw how much they changed from Kirby's original vision, I had to get this book just to remind me of what Kirby created, because they changed way too much in that film. It was bad. And this book I bought after watching the Peacemaker series on HBO Max. These are in the public domain now. The original Peacemaker stories from the 60s are in public domain. So there's a lot of these public domain reprints that are available on Amazon for pretty cheap prices. And this is the original Peacemaker stories from the 1960s. And finally from Amazon we have Little Golden Book, The Story of the Faithful Wookie. Now, this is a Little Golden Book adaptation of the first appearance of Boba Fett from the Star Wars Holiday Special. And I actually have a collection of Little Golden Books based on Star Wars, Ghostbusters, He-Man. There's quite a few of them. So I bought this to add to my collection. I had to clear the booth again for the last two boxes. So next to last box, is another one from our friends at Walmart. Take this down. After I bought the first two of the classic turtle sets at Walmart, I looked around to see if I could find the other two. And Walmart.com did have them in stock, and this Donatello versus Shredder set was actually a couple dollars cheaper than the brick and mortar store price. So there's that one, and Raph versus the Triceraton. Triceratons were some of my favorite villains from the original Mirage comic. I saw these go up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store for $49.99 per set. That's a $15 markup over what Walmart is charging, which again is ridiculous. I'm gonna start calling those markups Big Bad tax, because Big Bad seems to mark up everything these days. And the last piece from that box from Walmart is the Galaxy Megazord. Now, I did a video on the first two figures from this series, which were the Dino Megazord and the Thunder Megazord. And I picked up the Galaxy Megazord to go along with them. Just the very inexpensive 5/6 POA type figures. And the final box comes from the aforementioned Big Bad Toy Store. I'll still shop at Big Bad if the price is right and if they have something stocked before anyone else, which these days is not often. Usually I'll pre-order something on Big Bad and just keep it on pre-order until I find it in a brick and mortar store, then I'll cancel the pre-order, which has been a big problem with Big Bad the past couple of years. They're really, really slow to get pre-orders in. I don't think they've even shipped Action Force Series 1 yet. Over 3 months after Valaverse shipped their product, so that's not good. Okay, first one is... yeah, I bought it. I was on the fence about this for months, but I saw some reviews on it, and it didn't look too bad, so I got it. It's the Neca Goliath from Gargoyles. A really nice looking figure from a cartoon I really enjoyed. My big concern about these Gargoyles figures would be the wings, but I've seen some reviews on the Goliath that said the wings were okay. I had planned on getting the entire main cast from this line since it was all announced, but unfortunately Demona has just been released and I've seen reviews on that figure, and the wing connectors on the Demona are no good. They either can't hold up the weight of the wings or they crack. So I will not be getting the entire main cast of this line because I'm not paying all that money to get a broken figure. So do better, NECA, and you'll get more money. Now, I said in my review of the McFarlane Demon that I wasn't really into McFarlane DC toys that much, but as I said when I opened the Amazon box and showed you that book, I really enjoyed Peacemaker, starring John Cena. I thought he was really good in that show. So I bought this version of Peacemaker based on the John Cena character. The only weapon he comes with is a sword, of course, because we can't have guns in action figures anymore. So, like the Marvel Legends Punisher, I'll have to source some proper weapons for him. Pacific Rim the Black Atlas Destroyer from Bandai. This is just a really cool looking figure. I love the colors on this thing, with the orange and blue. Comes with an alternate arm like he does in the show. So it'll be fun to get him open. The last Marvel Legends of this video, Sleepwalker from the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wave. Like I said, I'm not interested in any of the MCU versions of these characters. I found Despair at retail, and Sleepwalker was already in my pile of loot at Big Bad, so here he is. Sleepwalker was created in the 90s by Bob Budiansky, the godfather of Transformers. And lastly, my first Beast Box figure. So Beast Box is a line from a third party called 52 Toys. And these are mostly mechanical creatures that turn into cubes. Which is not very interesting, having something turning into a cube, but the creatures themselves are very nicely detailed. So I wanted to grab one to try. So the first one I grabbed was Bloodstone, who is quite familiar looking. You can see that by that picture. Obviously this is inspired by Godzilla. So I have this sort of robotic Godzilla to play around with. Here's everything from my massive March toy haul laid out on my kitchen counter, which I will have to clean up before my wife gets home. I will be doing videos on a lot of these, not everything, but a lot of them. If there's anything you'd like to see a video on, if you have a burning desire to see it soon, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get it done. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.